What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In, the proper gaming talk show where we dive into the latest news in gaming every single week. It's your boy Monkey. With me today is SGK.
What up, guys? How's it going?
It is Friday, September 24th, and we got a bunch of stuff to talk to you guys about today. Not a huge, heavy week, but still a good amount of stuff going on. So, starting off, we got some Far Cry news. I know, it's been a little bit since we had some Far Cry news. I guess the last time we had some Far Cry news was the Xbox showcase when they showcased Xbox or Far Cry 6.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think that was the last time.
Yeah. So this is a little bit disappointing news, but Far Cry 6 is not going to be having ray tracing for any next-gen consoles. It's going to be a PC exclusive. Not exclusive,
Oh, no.
but it's only going to be ray tracing is only going to be available on PC. Which, the reasoning they gave was because they wanted to focus more on 4K resolution and 60 frames per second. So they didn't want you to have to like sacrifice resolution or frame rate for the ray tracing, which I understand. And this isn't technically a next gen game, so I kind of get it, but still.
I mean, honestly, ray tracing really isn't that important. I mean, after we got to the PS4 graphics, I was like, all right, graphically, I'm good. Like, I don't.
I mean, I love ray tracing. I think ray tracing looks freaking fantastic. Like they have it on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and it looks gorgeous. Even in freaking 1080p, it looks awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird that they made that a PC only. It's not weird that I made it a PC only thing, but like, I understand it because PCs can normally handle all
Yeah,
these things.
you can do whatever you want on PC.
Yeah, pretty much. I have PC, haha, but I won't be getting the game, so.
No,
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna be getting. I love Far Cry. I love the Far Cry series. Far Cry 3 is still one of my favorite games of all time. And this one looks interesting. It looks like they're taking a different take on the Far Cry series, so I think it's kind of cool. Plus, it's the first game that's set in basically a city, and that's gonna be kind of fun.
I mean, it definitely looks interesting. After I did Far Cry 4, I have Far Cry Primal to still play.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of
So
done.
bad. Don't play.
I
Primal.
play guys that are seemingly more like you said, more unique. I was going to
Yeah.
get New Dawn, but like that turned out to get terrible reviews,
Yeah.
so I kind of skipped that one.
Basically, all the in between games that they've released haven't been really great because they released like an in between game between the two main games. So like after Far Cry 4, there was Primal. After Far Cry 5, there was New Dawn. After Far Cry 3, there was Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon was the only in between game that was phenomenal. That was the only one. And because that one was so good, they started doing this. But the last two have been. Then again, the last two numbered games haven't been fantastic either. 5 was okay. 5 is
I mean,
okay.
I did get Far Cry Primal because it was in a prehistoric era, and I love games that kind of go back to that, and it was in first
That's
person.
fine. That's
I
fair.
do kind of want the adrenaline of having a cheetah sitting right in front of me, and I have to kill it with only a staff. You know, like
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
we'll have to
or
see.
take it out,
Yeah. We'll have to see how Far Cry 6 actually looks. I'm sure it'll still look fine regardless of ray tracing or not.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure as, more devs start making more purely next gen games, we're going to be able to see games that 100% support the big three, which is ray tracing, resolution, and frame rate, all at the same time that you have to choose which one you want to do. So we'll have to wait and see.
My most important thing, as long as it runs smooth,
Yeah.
that's all that matters. You know, like
More Far Cry
performance.
news. We got surprising news. Far Cry Beyond was announced earlier this week, which is going to be the first tabletop game for Far Cry. And we have no idea what this tabletop game is going to include or do or how it's going to play or anything. But as a lover of tabletop games, I'm kind of interested in this. This sounds kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah, preserve excitement until we see some actual footage of what's going to look like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to include cards and dice rolls and I literally have no idea how you can make Far Cry into a tabletop game, but I'm kind of here for it. So there's that. Do with that what you will, Internet. Moving on, we got a little bit of hope for the future of Titanfall. earlier this week, Respawn tweeted out that Titanfall is still near and dear to their hearts. It's still a core of what they, want to do in the company. And they said, who knows what the future holds, which really opens the door towards Titanfall 3.
Or they'll inevitably be canceled.
I don't know what just happened to your mic. I think you dropped it.
I think it dropped itself.
Good job. Yeah, no, Titanfall 2 is still one of my favorite FPS games of all time. The story was amazing. The multiplayer is super balanced. It never really fell off.
Good.
It's still awesome.
Popping. Yeah, it's still
great.
live and vibrant. I could probably turn it on right now and find
Yeah.
3 or 4 games.
Oh yeah, easy.
But that whole we don't know what the future holds. It could very possibly mean, hey, we might get canceled and you'll never just hear from us ever again, or you'll never hear from Titanfall ever again.
Yeah. I mean,
very vague.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're still working on like other. They said already that they have so many other games in development that Titanfall's not really on their radar right now, and I get that because I'm sure they're working on the next Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game.
I was about to say, hopefully,
they're definitely working on the next Jedi game. I have no idea what else they could be working on. Probably a couple new IPs. That'd be kind of cool, but the fact that Titanfall is still maybe kind of on their radar is awesome. I still don't think we're going to get another game for at least 5 years.
I would rather have a new Jedi Fallen Order before a new Titanfall. I'll be honest.
Honestly, I mean, yeah, but I love Titanfall
with a
so
traditional new game plus, because this new game plus on Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so dumb.
That's the only thing.
That's the only thing that made the game like not on my top 10, because otherwise it was amazing. But the fact that the new game plus was just utter shite, it was really disappointing.
Yeah, man. Because like the pacing of the game, you only get your best powers at the last quarter.
Exactly. So the fact that you can't just go in and have all your shit and just be a boss throughout the game and play at like the higher levels or higher difficulties, that's kind of sad. That's kind of bummer.
This game, even though you have all your powers, you still could die in like 2 hits.
Exactly.
You know. Oh man.
Oh well. Well, hopefully we will see more news on a possible Titanfall 3 soon. Probably not. Who actually knows? Well, just wait and see. As with most things, it's just wait and see. An update to the Apple v. Epic lawsuit. I know we haven't talked about this or touched on it in forever, but that's because it was kind of in like, they got a couple big updates here and there, but it was overshadowed by some other news. But anyways, to catch you guys up on the lawsuit, basically Epic sued Apple because they're saying that Apple was taking a huge cut out of all the microtransactions that are going through the game Fortnite. And they're like, hey, y'all can't be doing this. This is our game. We should just have to pay you to feature it on your store, and that's it. Why the hell are you guys taking cut out of in-game purchases? That's kind of bullshit. And the judge agreed. Epic ended up winning, quote unquote winning the lawsuit, and external payment systems will now be included in future games that are on the Apple Store, which is dope. That's kind of cool. However, the judge also found that Epic was in breach of contract with Apple and ordered them to pay $6 million in fines.
That's nothing on the great and holy Fortnite, which grosses millions and millions of dollars a year. It's
true, but it's still $6 million.
$6 million to them is probably $6 to me. Like,
I mean, maybe. But Epic did say that they're going to be appealing that order. So in response, Apple was like, okay, you're going to be repealing this and not paying us our money? Fine. You're blacklisted. And they just basically banned Fortnite from the Apple Store until these appeals are done and over with.
I mean, I don't think it's really hurting Epic Games at all. Like, it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But
like,
most of the Fortnite players aren't on mobile anyways. But yeah. I mean, the fact that they actually went to war over this still shows that it's still a source of revenue for them that they care about. So
I think it's also because they know. No, I think also it's because Apple is the big baddie in the economic world, period. And it's just like nobody wants to go against Apple. It's like, no, fuck that, man. Like, Apple's always been greedy, always been scheming, and Everybody's been wanting to stand up to them. Epic has a really good chance because they have one of the most popular grossing free games on market right now,
Yep.
and it's on other revenues of stream, which just because they get banned from Apple, still on Android, still on PlayStation, still on Xbox, still on PC,
Yeah.
and that's what
Yeah,
people are mostly
exactly.
playing.
Exactly.
So they're probably one of the only people that have a chance of challenging Apple and winning. And even if they did lose, they're not going to lose much for it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly. Exactly. I mean,
But on,
Apple's been getting hit constantly this week. I mean, they also just got ordered by the EU that all future phones have to use the USB-C instead of their iPhone port cable thing.
thank God, man.
Right?
Thank
I'm
God,
like, good. You know what? Anytime Apple gets basically called out on their bullshit, I'm happy because me personally, fuck Apple.
You
I
realize that
hate
elephant,
Apple.
like when it comes to chargers, Apple is the elephant in the room.
Oh
Where it's
yeah.
just,
Oh yeah.
hey man, does anybody have a charger? It's like, what do you have? Apple? No, I
Nope.
don't got.
Nope. Anyways, we got off on a tangent, but whatever. Yeah. So guys, let us know what you're thinking about the Apple v Epic lawsuit, and just what you think about Apple in general. Whether you're in the same corner as us, and we're just saying screw Apple, or
Please.
you're an Apple fanboy like our girl Bro is. Fangirl,
Oh
I guess.
God, no way.
Yeah, she's obsessed with Apple. She has Mac. She has all that shit.
Jesus.
Anyways, moving on. So the big news this week was, of course, the Nintendo Direct, and it was okay. It didn't show off a whole ton. There's basically just two huge things besides Bayonetta 3, the re-reveal of the game. They launched a trailer yesterday during the event,
But you can say the two.
yeah, the two big ones were. Well, I'm just going to start off with Switch is getting a ton of classic N64 and Sega games. And I think that's awesome. Honestly, that might be a reason I buy a Switch. Because I love classic Nintendo games, man.
Hold on. Don't do that because we all know Nintendo
Oh, that's true.
can't give a rat's ass about performance
That's true.
because it's all still looking like it's running like shit. And that was the one thing after the the post credit interview, they were just like, I wish they would bump up the performance a little bit because they're bringing something that was 20 years ago onto the new console and it's still running like crap.
Yeah, it's going to
like,
run like the original game did. It's just like.
Nintendo, what are you doing? Like, come on.
At least not remaster it, but like buff it a little bit. I don't know. They're also releasing the original Coder on Switch, and it looks bad. It looks bad, and I forgot how bad that game looked. I mean, it was a great game, but it wasn't pretty.
For re-releasing the Nintendo 64 controllers,
They are, yeah.
the Genesis controllers as wireless, like updating it.
I think that's pretty cool. I think that's kind of cool. Even though the N64 controller was the dumbest controller ever made. It didn't make sense. It just
But
didn't.
it was so cool looking.
It was so cool looking, but it didn't make sense. It made zero sense.
It was just that sharp point. It's like,
Yeah.
shake my controller.
It didn't make sense because you couldn't use all the things at the same time. So it's like, why? It was the dumbest design. One of the dumbest designs in video game history. But it's also a classic design, so we all love it. But yeah, so they're releasing those as wireless controllers. But a couple of the N64 and Sega games that we are getting include Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, Star Fox 64, amazing game, Sonic 2, Echo the Dolphin, which is near and dear to my heart, and Golden Axe, which I don't remember. But Echo the Dolphin. Okay, so story time. When I was like a kid getting like my braces and retainers and all that shit, my orthodontist office had a Sega arcade game just chilling. So I had like X-Men, I had Echo the Dolphin, I had Sonic, I had all those games. And I used to play Sonic while waiting for my appointment for like half an hour just with the freaking joystick. It was the best, okay? God, I freaking loved Echo the Dolphin. It was a dumb game. It didn't make sense. It didn't work.
It did not at all.
But it's near and dear to my heart because of that reason. The thing I find very interesting is that all of these N64 games and Sega games are going to be $49.99 a piece. They're not releasing them in a bundle. There's a collection, but each game is going to be $50. These games weren't even $50 when they originally released. All right? What the hell?
Nintendo has been shooting them. Here's my gripe with Nintendo. All right, they're trying to not only compete with a console that is the last generation with the new generation, but they're also trying to port over newer next generation to previous generation console games. Like Dying Light 2 got announced, and Dying Light for the Switch.
Yep.
No, because it's going to run bad. It's going to run horribly. They
Yeah.
need to stick to games that they can make run at 60 frames, so they can at least look like they're keeping up with the competition.
Honestly, I'm interested to see how these games will run once the Steam Deck comes out, because the Steam Deck is going to be able to run Twitch or Switch games through an emulator, which means you could essentially get all these N64 and Sega games possibly and run them on the Steam Deck. And I wonder
With
if they would
better
run.
frame rate.
I'm pretty sure they would just run better on the Steam Deck. So instead of just buying a Switch, guys, just wait for the Steam Deck and emulate the shit out of it. All Switch games.
No, seriously, because this is kind of embarrassing at this point. You know,
Yeah, it really is.
once the pro versions of the next gen consoles come out, what is Switch going to do? Like,
Yeah,
what-
Switch has only released the OLED. And I'm like, where is like the next version of the Switch, the updated version of the Switch? You're not going to release one, are you? Probably not.
And it's just like, you know, you're going to have 8K resolution, 120 frames native, you know, at least for the Pro
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Switch? You're still bumping around 25 frames? Like,
Basically.
come on, man.
The other piece of huge news that came out of the Nintendo Direct was we're getting a Mario movie. Another Super Mario Bros. Movie. That
With a
probably
lot of
will be a
mainstream-
lot better than the original Super Mario or Mario Bros. Movie.
Hey,
oh
that
my
was
God.
classic, and it was true to the culture and lore. They were Italian, and that
That's
made
fair.
sense.
That's fair. This is, I
And-
think, going to be more in the line with, like, you know, the live action / animated Detective Pikachu movie or Sonic movie. Going to be more in line of that, which definitely reinforces my idea that they're literally building a Super Smash Bros. Universe. But that's beside the point.
they're
Maybe,
doing it with
hopefully, let's
they're
do
doing
it.
it with Illumination, so I think it's going to be
Yeah.
fully animated.
Yeah,
but
and
if
Illumination does amazing animation. Holy shit!
if Chris Pratt and Charlie Day don't sound Italian, I am going to riot.
I'm super interested. Yeah. So as he mentioned, Chris Pratt's gonna be Mario. Charlie Day is gonna be Luigi. Anya Taylor-Joy is gonna be Peach. Jack Black is Bowser, and I think that's the one I'm most excited for. Keegan-Michael Key is Toad, and Seth Rogen is appearing as Donkey Kong.
I'm excited for all three of those last ones, like Jack Black, Keegan-Michael Key, and
Oh
and
my
Seth.
God, they're gonna steal the show. You know they're gonna steal the show. Like
Bro, I was
100%.
I was like, yo, all these big names, and they're probably sitting there in their rooms like, we used to get stoned playing Mario. Of course we're gonna do this movie. Like,
Right? Like that's I'm almost as excited for that as I was for Jim Carrey as Eggman and Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu was literally the best freaking shit I've ever seen. It worked so well, and oh my God,
so excited
I
for
love
Sonic
Ryan
2,
Reynolds.
man. It was already
Me too.
confirmed.
Me too. Idris Elba as freaking Knuckles.
Dude.
And you know, I think they did this as almost a like just making fun of the meme because Idris Elba is Ugandan originally. He's from Uganda, so they're literally just making Uganda Knuckles.
I'm so fucking excited.
If he doesn't drop a "Do you know the way," I'm gonna die.
Dog, I think they're really trying to make a universe of video game universes. Like, I think
Okay.
there's probably gonna be a crossover at some point.
Like I said, they're building a Super Smash Bros. Universe. They have to be. They have to be because they did Sonic, they did Pikachu, they're doing Mario. There's the big three. Like, come on. Oh my God, they gotta. But anyways,
I cannot wait. Oh, the other big piece of news was that for all Monster Hunter fans, I am a Monster Hunter fan. They are coming out with a massive expansion next summer, 2022, called Sunbreak. It's supposed to have new weapons, new move sets, new monsters, new areas. So I'm excited. The only part I'm not excited about is that it's paid DLC. Kind of.
well, I mean, duh. Of course it is. It's a game. It's a
Well,
service
the
game.
last DLC that was paid was Iceborne, and that was $40. That was almost a new game. So Nintendo, I need you to get your pricing right. You're charging double the money for games
This is
from 20
Nintendo,
years
dude.
ago.
What do you expect? This
charging
is
a whole
Nintendo.
game for a DLC expansion.
This is
I
why
need
I didn't get into Monster Hunter, to be honest. That and it was too anime-ish. I don't like anime games.
Oh, fuck you.
I want to see
Come
like
on,
a
let's
real.
all
I want to see like a
let's all
realistic
be-
Monster Hunter game. I want to see a realistic one with blood, gore, and shit. All right.
let's all shame Patrick right now. Come on, everybody join in. Yeah.
Hey! I love anime. I don't like anime games. I'm watching
How does
FM.
that make
I'm
any
watching.
sense?
I'm watching FMAB right now. Okay. Love it. Shut up.
So
don't like
Nintendo
anime
Direct
games, I
was kind of underwhelming,
And
but
yeah,
we
for the
got
most part, it was.
we got some
It
good
was.
surprises.
But again, it's Nintendo. What do you expect, really? Like, what are they gonna announce that's gonna make huge waves?
A new Switch. Yeah.
It's not. They're never gonna release a new Switch. They're gonna ride this one into the freaking dirt. But anyways, guys, what do you think about the Mario movie? Do you think that this will actually be a good idea? I mean, so far these video game movies video game anime movies have been pretty successful and have turned out really, really well. So, what do you think about that? What do you think about all the N64 games on Switch? Also, what N64 games or Sega games would you like to see on Switch?
How about all of them? Like I hate
Yeah.
when consoles do this thing where it's like we're bringing back the old games in a limited collection, 10 games only. We'll add one game a year.
I want to see NFL Blitz. I want to see NFL Blitz come back. All
That
right,
would be so dope. That would be so dope. Oh my god,
guys, let us know all your thoughts in the comments section below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, hit that bell so you can notify whenever these videos go live. We upload videos every single Friday to keep you guys updated on the latest news in the gaming world. So,
and now I will stream every single Friday because your boy is now off on Fridays and Saturdays.
There you
go.
Woo!
This is good. I'll be streaming usually for like 3 or 4 hours. If there's any games that you want me to stream, I'll see if I have it. I have about 70 games in my Steam library right now. And I have 114 games on my wish list. So that is going to be constantly growing. And with the Steam Deck, I'm going to be bundling up. You
should stream Canoe Bridge of Spirits because apparently the game is fire.
Oh, I knew it was going to be fire. It's just not my type
so
of game.
good.
It's too Disney-esque for me. Like you said, I like gritty stuff with blood and guts and doomness.
Meanwhile, he plays Monster Hunter. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Cut off